Hello, my amazing fourth graders. Happy second e-learning day. This is Mrs. Notzel, and I'm going to read the EL reading for today. Today we are learning about the Loyalist. So I know you guys already have learned a lot about the Loyalist, but I'm going to read this today, and then you're going to have an assignment that follows. So follow along, please. The Loyalists were colonists who stayed loyal to Britain and King George III during the American Revolution. They were against American independence. There were about 500,000 Loyalists when the American Revolution started in 1775. That was about 16% of the total population. Loyalists, also known as Tories, lived in all the colonies. They were strongest in the South, especially Georgia and South Carolina. Many also lived in the mid-Atlantic colonies. New York had at least 3 times as many Loyalists as any other colony. Who were the Loyalists? Many important and powerful people were Loyalists. Thomas Hutchinson was a famous historian and governor of Massachusetts. John Copley of Massachusetts was a famous painter. Peter Harrison of Rhode Island was the greatest architect of the time. Some Loyalists, like Joseph Galloway of Pennsylvania, did not like Britain's harsh treatment of the colonies, but they remained loyal to Britain. They did not want to break away from their country. Even Benjamin Franklin's son, William, was a Loyalist. He was the colonial governor of New Jersey. His father urged him to join the Patriot cause, but he refused. The Patriots put William in jail in 1776. He was released in 1778 and went to New York City, which was occupied by British forces. There, he became head of the Board of Associated Loyalists. The board helped direct Loyalist military activities. William Franklin left New York for Britain in 1782 and never returned. Most colonists who worked for Britain as crown officials were Loyalists, but Loyalists came from other groups as well. Rich people and poor people joined the Loyalist ranks. They were bakers and bankers, farmers and sailors. Every religious group had its share of Loyalists too. Their ancestries were English, Irish, Welsh, Scottish, German, and Dutch. Some black slaves joined the Loyalist cause. They had been offered freedom by the Loyalist leaders, but there were far more American Indians who sided with Britain. Joseph Brant, the leader of the Mohawks, remained loyal to Britain. So did some of the other leaders of the Iroquois Confederacy. Brant was even made a captain in the British Army. In 1777 and 1778, he led Indian forces against American settlements in New York and Pennsylvania. The Patriots fought hard for their cause during the Revolution. The Loyalists did too. Some were spies. Some served in the regular British Army. Others fought in militias. About 19,000 men fought in more than 40 Loyalist units. The largest of these was Cortlandt Skinner's New Jersey Volunteers. So this was an article about the Loyalists and how they stayed loyal to Britain and King George III. This was a descriptive passage, meaning the text structure was description because it told us who, what, when, where. So it described the Loyalists. So it was more of a description text structure, which we will talk about more when we're in person. But I kind of wanted to tell you a little bit more about text structure since we talked about it on our first e-learning day. And listen to this as many times as you need to so that you can answer your questions and do the work. If you have any questions, please reach out and either Mrs. Davis, myself, Mrs. Notzel, or Miss Anthony will help you. Have a great day and a wonderful weekend.